When we first got into real estate investing, our sole strategy was for cash flow. We had younger children, high school age children that had a lot of ambitions, and we wanted to be able to fulfill those ambitions, and having that monthly cash flow helped. We invested in Northern Ontario, and was able to make a healthy monthly cash flow, 500, approximately like 500 a month after everything, including capex, property tax, etc. But I always liked the U.S. market, and there was, because of the barrier that your dollar could get you. However, having watched the U.S. market at the beginning of COVID, it had increased so much that there was questions on waiting for the downslope to invest, and it has started that downslope. So obviously there's apprehension when you're looking at investing not only out of province but out of country, because you have to have solid boots on the ground there. However, we discovered a new strategy where you don't necessarily need boots on the ground, and that's land banking. So essentially what land banking is, it involves the purchasing of land for expectation that it will appreciate over time, the value over time. So typically investors will hold a piece of land for an extended period, kind of usually several years or more, before selling it for profit or partnering with a developer. Basically, the idea is that the supply of land within a city becomes so scarce due to urbanization and population growth that its value increases over time. Investors also do this to benefit from developments and infrastructure projects in the surrounding area that can help drive up land values. In our situation, we purchased a 1.4 acre lot in a cul-de-sac in Atlanta, Georgia. So kind of the 30616 area code. And so this particular lot, it was one of 4 that was being sold. Backs onto it's called Michelle Obama walking trail, and it's close to the Barack Obama School in Grisham Park. So had easy access to I-20, I-285, and 10 minutes from Midtown. It was listed one of 4, 1.4 acres. Came on the history initially put on the market 2001. So it was listed at 100,000. Then October 2001, then taken off the market January 22 at 100,000, then relisted in April at 30,000, which is like a 70% decline. So it looks like this person was trying to flip off the land, but the U.S. market started to turn. Listed at April at 30, and then we came in and picked it up at 26,000 in June. So you probably ask, what are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, this land is unimproved land, but it's right next door. You'll see in a picture that there's homes developed right next door and on the one side. So homes in that area are going between the 350 and 450 mark. And if you can get the land at 26, potentially there's a couple options. You can try to flip it to a builder after you do some improvements, or you can just hold it and just wait for that whole area, that whole zip code. You're seeing some homes in the $1 million range, some homes you're seeing on the very low end, but it could be the urbanization, gentrification, redoing. So you can go back to the city and look at reclassification for highest and best use. So if you can flip it, if you can reclassify it as multifamily, that just increases its value there and getting that reclassification and zoning. And we own it outright. Property tax is low. Property tax is $147 for the year, which is kind of outrageous because just the land itself, the property tax is low. Once you start putting a building on it, the structures on it, then it'll go up. I looked into having the land cleared. A couple of tree service companies to go out there, but they're looking at quite a bit of money, and it's looking at them, the markup, $19,000 to clear 1.4 acres. One other one was 25. I thought about it for a second, and I'm thinking, well, it's probably going to be cheaper if I fly out there and spend a week to clear it and hire somebody who has a backhoe and get that cleared, and then set up with a company that would take the trees, like a mill in the area. So I kind of did a bit of research there on DIYing your own, clearing your own lot, especially in the area. So I think that might be a project for next year, just to go out and have it cleared. And that, just by clearing it, you're adding value to the property. Rush to try to flip it to a developer or builder, especially with the taxes being so low. Banking, it's a slow game, but there's different options, different exit strategies. You can't go wrong with land because, it's that famous line, you can't go wrong with land because they're not making more of it. It's Coach Joseph coaching you through the LCA process. Bye.